He is a anti-American governor. I am going to do everything feasible to make sure the people of Texas realize how harmful he is.
Go ahead, Mayor. Make my day. There could hardly be anything better to aid my campaign against Beto O'Rourke than to have Beto O'Rourke have his campaign aided by a bunch of New Yorkers.
The war of words between New York City Mayor Eric Adams and Texas Governor Greg Abbott, it's heating up. Adams is calling for federal help, saying the city can't handle the 4,000 migrants who have arrived in recent months. Abbott is offering no sympathy, telling the mayor that the number is just a fraction of what Texas deals with every single day. Brian Kilmeade is the co-host of Fox & Friends and host of One Nation. Brian, this is one of my favorite stories of the week because it is just such a glaring moment of hypocrisy and a misunderstanding. And for Mayor Adams to call Governor Abbott anti-American, I mean, where do you go from there?
He's totally delusional. He doesn't understand he's losing the argument every time he speaks. He doesn't understand that if you get a few hundred illegal immigrants on air-conditioned buses coming up from Texas, on Texas's dime, to go to a sanctuary city, which he runs, that's exactly what you called for. And get this, Dana, and as you and Bill may have pointed out, that they are actually asking for federal funds to handle, I don't know, 1,000, 4,000 overall, maybe 200 from Texas. He should be madder at those flights that land in the middle of Westchester County, New York, or in Newburgh, New York, or in Long Island out in Suffolk County. They don't report to the mayor. They don't report to the governor. They just drop them in and they say, hey, you know that class of 25? It's now 37. You know those new 12 students? They don't speak English. You know what they're going to need? Resources, additional resources from taxpayer dollars to make sure those kids can gradually learn as much as the other kids. Is there any reason, an incentive to do things right? And for Mayor Adams to say it's anti-American for the governor of Texas to secure a border and a state for its own citizens that asked for the Texas Rangers, the Texas National Guard, to take the illegals and send them back to the ports of entry and do this, guys, add this to the whole fray. They're just saying, hey, when we deliver them, we deliver them. On top of that, what we're asking for is a wall. You're not going to build a wall, even though America paid for it? Texas dollars again. We're going to build our own wall. Yeah. That's a desperate governor.
If you look at the video, there's migrants coming to New York. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got nice clothes. I mean, they're almost all men. I mean, every single guy that gets off that bus, it seems to be of working age 25, age 30 years old, very few women. And there's a guy on the left of your screen here that you can see. He has dollar bills in his hand, and he reaches out over the crowd as if to say, hey, you can have some of these dollars here, and they just keep on walking by. New York Post cover says, make my day. There's that gentleman there. Those are the words of Greg Abbott. Adams says he'll go and campaign against him. Here's what he said in New York this week.
It's unbelievable.
I am deeply contemplating taking a busload of New Yorkers to go to Texas and do some good old-fashioned door knocking because we have to, for the good of America, we have to get him out of office.
I mean, that would be the political, it might be the political story of the summer. With everything else going on, if the New York City mayor went and campaigned against the Texas governor.
Absolutely. I know so many Texans who say to themselves, I don't know who to vote for. Does anyone know a New Yorker to give me some advice? That'll be fantastic. Or, honey, who's that at the door? Oh, he's a stranger from New York? Let me find out what he wants from me. Oh, he wants me to vote for somebody else? Oh, that sounds good. What do you think, honey? Let's go together, hop in the station wagon, and we'll head down there. That'll be fantastic. They'll do the exact opposite of what New York wants. You know what else? Maybe a New Yorker or a Californian will answer the door because they've left New York and California for that reason. Somehow they're spending all their money without any state tax in helping secure their own state. And they're being vilified by an oblivious blue state mayor and another one in Washington, D.C. What I would like to see is this. Adams and Biden get along great. I'm sure he would take Adams's call. I would not be surprised if Joe Biden would get the advice to vilify the governor of Texas and take Adams aside and get him additional financing to handle the extra 4,000 over the last 5 months illegal immigrants into their city, and at the same time turn your back on the 3.9 million that have crossed mostly in Texas, since he took over. I've never seen such blatant irresponsibility as a leader of a country, of a leader of a city, as opposed to the leader of a state. And why Beto O'Rourke's within single digits, reportedly, of Governor Abbott's beyond me. Because if Texas is unhappy now, you are going to be miserable under Beto O'Rourke, Mr. Take my gun and take the wall down. That's what he's going to give you, along with standing on your kitchen table or your countertop.
Pretty upside down. There's Brian Kilmeade on radio and on TV. How does he do it, Dan?
He's amazing. Defies physics every day with his energy level as well.
Thank you,
Kilmeade,
Brian.
good to see you.
See how it goes.
Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate
There's
it.
this, too.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.